Hey fans, Noobie Coders here. It's important to know something before we begin playing around with movement routines. And that's to introduce you to the Cartesian Coordinate System. Now you may have been introduced to this in maybe grade school or junior high, but it's worth becoming reacquainted with this because everything involving movement will be with X and Y coordinates. Okay, so now you'll recall that 0, 0 area, the center of our universe, will be the origin. And if you want to, move 2 and 3, like in this example, you'll slide on the X2 and you'll go up 3. Just like you want to make a move 3 or 1, you'll come back 3 and you'll go up 1. Now notice, in mathematics you could do a 1.5 or 2.5 or some other fractional value. Well, you can't do that. S is verboten. You cannot do that when you're in a movement routine. It has to be solid numbers, integers. They could be negative, but they have to be solid 1, 2, 3 integers. Okay, that's important to remember that. One more thing you need to know is you have to kind of remember your quadrants. When you go above the plane of the X, your Y is going to be negative. And when you go down, it'll be positive. That's extremely important to remember that. Just as when you go to the left on the screen, you're moving left, it's going to be a negative value. And when you go right, it's going to be a positive value for the X. See how that is? So any movement going up and left is going to be negative for both of them. Any movement going down to the right is going to be positive for both of them. And of course, it's just going to be positive for the Y going down. And it's going to be negative for the Y going up. That's it. That's all you need to know. Hey, Noobie Coders here. I'm going to show you how to make a ball, guys. I'm going to show you how to make a really good ball, so we have something to play with. Okay, so I'm running the old Jasky Paint Shop Pro. I know it's old. I'm lucky it still runs. So what we want is a gray background. I already have it selected, but of course you can always select it here if you need to. I want the actual gray, totally in the middle gray. That's important later. Okay, so open new, dimension at 250 by 250. That's much bigger than we need, but I'd rather have too big and shrink it down than try to do the opposite. Okay, so there we go. Now, this is pretty easy. This is the easiest thing I've ever experienced making a ball here. Okay, it's got preset shapes. Great. We go over here. There it is. Well, actually, I would have had to search for it the first time. But this is a really cool program because it has pre-made things. And since red's a pretty popular color, I'll go with red. And there it is. There's your sphere. Now, the only tricky part is you want to try to, you don't want to make it too big or too small. That looks like it's going to fill up the screen pretty good. And there it is. I don't have to do anything. Notice it, here, let me merge all the layers. There it is. That's a pretty cool looking ball. Notice it has a highlight region on one side, kind of a shadow effect on another. I mean, that makes it really look 3D. That's what we want. Looks a lot nicer than a little dot that'll be moving around our screen. And then, now another thing you want to do, of course, is you want to save this. All right, you want to save this. I'll use the F12 key. Important, very, very important step. Don't just save it as anything. Save it as a ping or a PNG, as they say. Notice I already have it saved. That's great. And it's a large size. Well, we're going to do one step more this time. Okay, that's kind of big. We don't need it that big. So let's go back in here and let's shrink it down. Now, Shift S. Okay, that should that's going to shrink the box down, isn't it? Let me see. We'll see real quick. Oh no. Okay, that's it. So that's probably a good size right there, 50. Now I want to show you something else. Shift I gives you information. Perfect. 50 by 50 is a perfect number. So now we got a real big one, we got a real small one. Okay, that's cool. So we save this. It's going to be a ping. Or another trick I do is I go underscore 50 by 50, and it tells me what it is. Okay, so I got a red ball 50 by 50 saved. Great, that's it. Hey, Noobie Coders here. So we're going to make some more balls, because you can never have enough balls to play with. And I'm going to use something new this time, something just about everybody has, because I guess not too many people have Paint Shop Pro. So let's use Office 2013 MS Word. Yes, that's right. Word actually can make balls. I found it hard to believe until I stumbled upon this trick a little while ago. So we open it up. We've got to insert and shapes. Okay. And oval. And here's how it goes. And that's it, right? Well, you know, I like to make them look a little bit more 3D. So let's open up shape fill. And let's open up gradient. And more gradients. Okay, now this is where it gets cool. Alright. We could do the solid fill, yeah, but you know, like I said, it's kind of boring. So I switch it to gradient fill. And it's on gray, of course. We could change that though. We're gonna go with the preset colors, blue. You could change the direction of the gradient fill. I kind of like that. Now, the last touch I like to do is make sure that outer edge kind of blends. That kind of stands out, right? So I go back to shape outline, and that looks like it disappeared, didn't it? Okay, so boom, we picked that. I right click it, and it looks like we're all kind of done there, right? So now you could save this, right? You could come up here and save it in a Word document and stuff, but I got another trick to go beyond that too. So first of all, I got a few others I saved. I have another program we're going to use. Come down here, Snag it. I don't know if any of you used it. This is a fantastic program. It's a tool you can use every day for a multitude of tasks. Snag it. Snag it basically is a screen capture tool. Now, I use hotkeys, of course. Control Shift P. And there. That's it. I mark out the region I want to save. Release. I'm in my preview window. Save as. And resources. And there you go. Multi-balls. Now again, you see the JPEG? No. We want PNGs. PNG is has a lot of other advantages. Take this image and you can make it into a transparent PNG. Now you know how using two different pieces of software, you can make really nice looking, decent 3D balls to animate in Visual Studio.